In this video, we're going to have a look at the latest addition to the Metabo cordless platform, and these are these new battery packs. As you will understand, the limitation on cordless power tools lies in the cells and batteries. How far can you take it? What is the range and what is the power produced? And as such, most of the R&D money spent in the power tool game right now is in this technology. And in a previous video, we had a look at why Metabo cordless platform and what makes our cells and charging systems so special. And at the end of this video, we're going to blend it in, and please have a look at that. Now, just to recap, some of the features we covered in that video are CAS. Now, Metabo has launched the CAS platform, which has over 20 partners on this system, which means one battery pack like this fits 20 different power tool manufacturers and gives you access to over 170 tools that can be used on these packs. The next thing, after the advent and launch of lithium ion, Metabo upgraded it to the LiHD, lithium high density. What that does in short, it increases your power by 67%, your range by 87%. And how we do that is efficiency in getting the power from here to the motor of your machine. The next thing would be the cooling of our charging system, which speeds up the whole process and helps the longevity on these battery packs. Should you take a pack like this off a working tool, the internal temperature is way too high to start the charging process. Now, if you let it cool down with ambient temperatures and that, it can take between an hour and two to get to a chargeable temperature. Now, when you plug this into the Metabo platform, it'll start sucking in cool air, taking the hot air out, and within a few minutes, it is ready to start the charging process. And then also while charging, it'll continuously cool these cells, which means as they're charging, they're not heating up, which all helps the longevity, and that's why Metabo gives a 3-year warranty on these. Last, there has each one of these units has a PC board. It's the M technology, and that does individual cell monitoring, also unique to Metabo. Well, that means heat, charging, discharging. Every single one of these 10 cells gets monitored. Should one of these cells hit 100% on charge, it'll shut that cell down and continue charging the other 9 cells. All right, back to these new battery packs. In that previous video, we showed we got up to a lithium high density cell, maximum 5.5 amp hours. Again, 18 volt platform as per our commitment. When Metabo launched the 18 volt platform in 2009, that tool will be compatible with these batteries. Should you put this battery into that tool, you have the latest spec. You will get the upgrade in power and range. Now, these 2 packs are both on that 18 volt, both high density battery packs. The new addition is the 8 amp hours and the 10 amp hours, meaning the ranges have increased quite substantially. It doesn't sound a lot, but we will explain what that means. Now, most people ask, how long do these packs last? And the question is, how long is a piece of string? It depends on your application. Should you run an extreme application where the machine uses a lot of amps? In an application like an angle grinder and a die grinder, that most of the time the tool runs in overload capacity, we still, as Metabo, recommend you run the 5.5 LiHD battery packs. Reason for that is that you have the perfect balance between getting the maximum out of the battery with the amps before the heat, internal heat, shuts the pack down. If you take anything bigger than a 5.5, the battery will shut down due to heat and you won't get all the fuel range out of the cells. Now, in all other applications, the load on the pack is not as high, and that's where these batteries are suitable. Also, with the launch of 8 and 10 amp hours, it opened up a new market for Metabo, and here we have it. It is the entire garden range. So we used this new lawnmower of Metabo's to give you an idea what the increase in capacity or fuel range of these packs do. So on a normal lawn, where you mow the lawn every week, the load on that, on the older or traditional 5.5 LiHD battery, you get 63 minutes runtime under that load. Now, from that to the new 8 amp hour battery pack gives you approximately 50% increase in runtime, from 63 to 90 minutes. Now, from 8 amp hours to our biggest at this point in time battery would give you another 25% on top of that 50. So from 90 all the way to 113 minute runtime. So 63, 90, 113. Now, should you have a lawn that only gets cut every second or third week in a higher load, the runtime would drop a little bit, but pretty much the same. On your traditional 5.5 Li HD, you will get approximately 25 minutes, 50% increase to the 8 amp hour, put you at about 36 minutes runtime, and again from the 8 to the 10 gives you an additional 25% to the 45-minute mark. Now, another unique thing, Metabo in their research have discovered it does not really make sense and is not that efficient to run 3 rows of cells. And that's why we have discontinued that many years ago, because the heat is your enemy in lithium. So this innovation of Metabo is that we produce a 10 amp hour battery with only 2 rows of cells. What happens if you have 3 rows is that the center row, how does it disperse heat? It disperses heat by internally heating up top and bottom rows, which will shut your battery pack down before you get that 10 amps out of it. So with only 2 rows, the heat can disperse outwardly and the cooling can happen, and you get a full 10 amp hours out of these packs. So from your traditional 5.5 that we spoke about in the previous video to 8, approximately 50 minutes, 50% increase in runtime, and another 25% on top of that from the 8 to the 10 amp hour. I hope this video was informative and helped you. Please go and have a look at the previous video on the Metabo platform and why Metabo.